do some painting. We are. Okay, welcome. Welcome to the live show. Let's see if we can get going here. Now there is some construction going on in the back, so we'll have to see about that. But let me just go here and throw out a link. Let's see what do we got going here. Oops. See if we can get something up here for the live stream so that I can send it out and let people know that we're going. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Of course, there has to be an update. Of course. Okay, well, that's okay. Well, we'll just keep doing live here and then I can post on. And let's make sure that this camera's still working. Of course, I can't see the chat as of now because of this wonderful app running. Love that. Okay. Let's see if we can close this down. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And go on here. We'll see. Technical difficulties, they are the best. It's just going to run my tablet in the background so I could read the text group. But of course, won't let me do it. Fantastic. Okay. We'll just let that update as we continue with this live. I mean, bear with me. As soon as that's done updating, I guess I'll be able to join the chat conversation. I'll get a little bit of paint going here. So basically, it's like an apartment complex. I was working on it yesterday for any of you that might have tuned in then. Fortunately, that video got deleted. But if you were here yesterday and you saw that, then this is yet another story. Trying to get this all finished for today. Hopefully, I'll be able to, but we'll see. We will see. Okay. There we go. That helps. Much better. See if we can get in here. All right, there we go. Live chat's running. See if we can get any. Okay, there's the delay. Okay. Let's. Okay, still going here. almost ready. Takes a little bit sometimes. This out there. See if I can get this to work. The old school tabletop gaming page. Get that up. That construction in the background isn't too loud for you guys. Just let me know if y'all hear that. It's a nuisance. But yeah. What else we got in here? So I should have posted that. And it's just not wanting to load as fast as normal. Okay. Get this up. Loading, loading, loading. See if I can get something going here. There we go. Okay. Get this playing. Now, if you're out there, let me know. Let me know in the live chat. If you're out there, let me know how the volume is. Everything else, I can already see the lighting isn't the best. What if I did that? Does that help at all? A little bit, eh? A little bit. Take some of the glare out anyways. Okay. So again, another day of painting. This is a 5-story apartment complex. And this is the 3rd floor now that I'm working on. And really, it's just overbrushing the gray at this moment. And we'll see how it looks in a little bit. Oh, a little bit too much gray on that. So painted it all like a dark gray to start with, and then did some blotchy work with like browns and whatnot, just to try and get it so that a little bit of weathered look to it. And then from there, after that completely dried, now I just do like an overbrush with the lighter gray. It's like a dove gray. And since I'm just using the craft store style paints, I find the best thing to do with them is this is a satin, because if you use the matte when it comes to terrain, the matte or the flat colors, it ends up looking really chalky and pastel like. So if you want to avoid that, for terrain anyways, painting on top of this foam, it's okay to do like a flat or a matte color in the background, like the gray, but then switch to a satin. I wouldn't recommend a gloss, but satin will work out okay for you. Oh, that's really gray in there. That's too much. Just wipe a little bit of that off, dull it back down a bit. No problems. It's hard to get a proper angle of what exactly I'm painting just because the way the camera has to be set up. But this should be alright. So again, if you're there, sound off, let us know that you're in the chat, and let's get a conversation going. So I'm not sitting here completely bored. There we go. And if you're new to this and you haven't done the live chat, you'll see it'll be like a live chat button. Click on the bottom, that'll bring that up. And that way you can get involved. I'll give you a shout out. As I said, I had a live chat going yesterday as well. We had a few people stop by to talk, but had a problem buffering it when it was when we were all said and done. And to load it back up to YouTube there, it crashed out on me. Not sure if it was a problem with my camera, problem with the computer loading it up, or what it was, but that's okay. It's okay. So what time here are we at? Okay, so it's 11:45, like almost noon in Canada here, Ontario, on Thursday. And this weekend is Mother's Day. I think it's something to do for my wife and my mother. Hopefully, I'm gonna get the barbecue going for the first barbecue of the season, so I'll cook them dinner if nothing else on the barbecue. Do some steak and some chicken and maybe some pork chops, whatever. Do a variety. I might just go straight off, do some kebabs. Everyone likes the kebabs. But yeah. And then maybe on Saturday I might be getting together with a few friends, play some Massive Darkness, hopefully, if they are available. But still waiting on one guy's schedule to see if what's going on with his work on this weekend. And then I'm still waiting on one guy getting back to me. But we'll see how things go. Okay. Sometimes get a little bit too much of this gray on the brush. You just doing like a light overbrush, just to kind of add texture. But who knows? A little bit of a kick there. Yeah. I'm getting some comments over there on Facebook, but unable to view that just at the moment. Guess I could switch over and see, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, that's great. Looking pretty good there. need scrape up, find a bit more here. There we go. Lots of bling blings as we're getting notifications come through. Maybe I'll just check those. Okay, hang on. Takes a few seconds sometimes to load in between the two. But that's okay. Alright. Volume is good. Okay, he's answering me on this. Yeah. Paul, if you're in there, why don't you switch over to the, if you can, switch over to the chat in the actual live show. That should hopefully work. Let's just go over here, let these guys know what's going on. Got 3 different chat groups going here, and just doesn't seem to work. No, we don't have Messenger going. So a little bit more dove gray. Let's see if we can bring this up. We'll close that off. Close that off. We'll close that off. Open this back up. All right, live chat. So Paul, in the live chat there, if you're listening, what have you been working on lately? Remember, Paul, I believe, yes, I had a game of Space Hulk, or a few games of Space Hulk with Paul back in the Phantasm, quite a few Phantasms ago, actually. Didn't see at the most recent. I ran Massive Darkness and Blood Bowl at the last Phantasm. It was pretty fun. I mean, Phantasm's always a great event. Phantasm is a local gaming convention here in Peterborough, hosted by a buddy of mine, Dave. And yeah, it's fun. Good time. Role-playing games and things as such. Okay. We'll get a little dark with that. Let's give that a smudge. There we go. Coming along smashingly. Well, I'm doing what I can. I mean, it's getting there. Getting there. So much more to do. If I turn it this way, make a little, so you guys can see. Just bringing up the colors a little bit more. See right there, hit it a little dark, or I guess a little light, be it that it's a light dove gray. In between the door here, I find when it comes to terrain, anything that's on the insides, it's always best to keep that as light as possible so that line of sight when you're trying to look through, because it's for Necromunda, so that's true line of sight. And therefore, it's just so much easier if you have it nice and bright on the insides. But lack of foresight gaming. What have you been up to? What kind of games are you involved in? You do 40K, Necromunda, Blood Bowl. What games are you playing? Or nothing 40 or nothing Games Workshop related even, you know, some D&D or Pathfinder or so many things out there nowadays. Mostly PC. Well, the old Fire Warrior. I had that for PS2. It's got quite some glitches in that Fire Warrior, eh? I mean, it's fun. You know, don't get me wrong. But I liked Space Marine. Have you played Space Marine? That's a good shooter game. Yeah. Just pick up the majority on the brush on the base. See how it goes here. Oh, you do play all the tabletop stuff. Okay, yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Much as I love video games, I mean, tabletop so much better. Person's right there with you, you know. Haven't played that much 40k lately. Been doing a lot of Age of Sigmar myself, because Age of Sigmar is just at the moment more enjoyable. I haven't been enjoying 8th edition that much. You know, a lot of people they did the whole hype of it's the best edition yet, but I don't agree. Oh, Jacob, how's it going, bud? One of the people that get to see usually on a weekly basis. Haven't made it down there last few weeks, unfortunately. You know, life and whatnot. I'm hoping to get down to our local gaming store this Friday to have a game of Age of Sigmar. As I said, it's been a few weeks. Yeah. All good. Trying to get this taken care of. Trying to get it finished today, bud. You know. It's yes. You know, that he says he's good and me. But yeah, trying to get it finished. So you're literally at work right now as we speak, bud? I mean, that must be nice. Well, I guess, yeah. Downtown, it's all free Wi-Fi now, too, eh? Forgot about that. Nice to have such a job as to every once in a while you're able to do that. Alright. See if I can scroll this up at all now. Huh. Pretty quiet, yeah. Well, things generally don't pick up till the afternoon there anyways, I would imagine. I mean, what with people in school and work and everything else, I would imagine you probably just have the occasional shift worker or, you know, those that don't have work through the day, you know. Oh, too gray. Yeah, I did this live stream there yesterday and thought to myself, well, it kind of kept me motivated to keep going and going. And so I figured I'd just put it on today while I did this. As I said, when I tried, it was all buffering and it was all said and done to be permanently loaded up to YouTube. Yeah, it decided to just crash out on me. So that was always fun. True, most Thursday mornings is waiting for the others to show up. Yeah, that's true. I'm hoping that Saturdays they start doing some 40k so that maybe I can get down there and get reinterested in it. I mean, I have very few games. Every once in a while I have Jay a game, and then I'll have Shannon a game, and you know, other than those two guys, I rarely get out to play it anymore. I mean, I know we can always call down and set up games, as you were saying, but the whole point of having a night is so that you can just do drop-ins. Usually if I set up a game, I'll just have somebody come here, right? But, you know, hey, we'll see what the owner says. But yeah, again, gonna hopefully get some Massive Darkness going this weekend. Great game. But you haven't had a chance to play yourself. Yeah, I was hoping for it to be Saturdays originally too. When when the store switched it to Mondays, because I mean it was a popular vote and whatever, you want as many people to show up as possible. But for me, most mornings I'm up 5 o'clock. Weekends or Friday nights is the only time I can, and be it that I'm an old married fart, hey, I don't generally have that social life of going out Friday or Saturday nights unless the wife wants a date or whatever. So, however, as I said, maybe this Saturday I might actually go out, but once again, just over to a buddy's place to do some gaming. It's funny, the older you get, I prefer the small crowds and good friends as opposed to going out and partying it up. Not that me and my friends can't party. Don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, there's Paul. Hey Paul, yeah, you're still playing some Space Hulk? Necromunda for the last 3 years. Have you made the switch to Necromunda 2017? Like I know the older version. It is a better version, but I'm liking the speed of the new version. I find it to be I don't know. It's just it's got a higher entertainment value for me. Now, the in-between game, I much prefer the older. Because, I mean, I started that back 2nd edition. There's 2nd edition? Is that the first Necromunda came out 2nd edition? Matty! How's it going, buddy? I'm working on it. I'm trying. I'm getting through it as fast as I can, man. I got this and one more story to paint. And then I got to put, a roof on it. And the roof's going to be mostly collapsed. There'll be a little bit around the edges and whatnot. Just in case. There was a thought to not glue this together, each floor. Because you could technically set each floor side by side and have a sector, what do you call that? Sector mortalis kind of look to it. If they weren't all glued together. But, I don't know. Then you run the risk of bumping it and knocking it over. It might just be best to be glued. Well, you're good with that? Spray paint tags on it? I wasn't gonna, Maddie. I was literally just gonna do this base. I mean, that would be... I thought about that, actually. I've had so many thoughts that I've bounced around about this piece of terrain, but really it's just a matter of time and finances and whatnot, if you understand. It's been a lot of work as such. Takes just doing this rough like dry brush over brush takes an hour and a half per floor. I've timed myself, that's my average time. And that's without talking and doing all the rest of this. So, she takes a while, but I'm hoping you're happy with it in the end. Could I do notch work, Possibly. I mean, it's pretty stable as is. Give me 2 seconds. I'll set this up and you can see. Okay, let's see here. Let's go. So this is your first floor. That's the first floor there. As you can see, it's angled as such. And then second floor. Second floor is this one. And it goes as such. As you can see, it's pretty stable just as it is. But you can see, it needs to get glued down because the base coat isn't just paint. It's like paint mixed with PVA and everything else just to kind of make it a little bit more solid. Because I want it to be good and durable for you, bud. I'm not saying you're hard on stuff, but, Okay, and then this, I believe... No, I'll go that way. Okay, this goes this way. No, doesn't go that way either. Hang on. No, gotta be this way. There we go. I mean, fourth time's a charm, right? There we go, and that goes as such. We're out of focus now. Goes as such. Then this floor. Goes here as such. As you can see, right? And then on the top, there's still a roof piece that has to be primed and everything, so I don't know if we're going to be ready for today. That just covers parts of this. And so you can see, when you look down, you can actually see down through as you requested. You wanted to be able to see all your line of sight. I took into consideration if guys were hiding behind things, how you could take line of sight by this. And again, get my hand in there, nice and big. You can reach all the way through, right? There's won't be any restrictions for you, bud. But yeah, no, it's 2 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot high by the time I put the top on. So yeah, again, hopefully you like it, bud. It's because it is what it is, and I mean, if you don't like it, I'll keep it. I'm cool with that. There we go. Set that back up. And back to, what level was it painting? Lots of detail there, and all your smashed rooms and whatnot. Okay, I gotta find which level. Ah, this one. Okay. But it's pretty stable as is without gluing it all together. But okay, hang on. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty stable. Okay, I'm going to go back here. If I may ask, what are you using for your camera setup? I've been thinking about streaming some games. Actually, this is my phone. It's my phone, and because of being in a band, I've got like microphone stands and all sorts of things as such. So this is just I've got my phone clipped into a microphone stand, to be honest with you. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, and then what's back to me for? Oh, you're going back to work there, Maddie? Yeah. I understand. We'll talk to you. So test. Okay, it works. Yeah. What's up, man? Hey there, Benjamin. How's it going? So where are we going here? Yeah, Paul. Okay, so they play the new version, and anything we like from the old rules, we house rule. Yeah, same with me. We have a few house rules when we were playing it as well. It just made more sense for us. Just gonna angle that a bit. So we got quite the delay going here. Yeah, Ben, I'm gonna try and get there on Friday. Oh, again, too far. Hang on. It'll take me a while to get this camera back in place. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get there Friday. I've been missing playing. I've had some family things happening and just stuff I had to take care of. I know y'all understand. But how's it been going? How's the scene down there? How's the we have any more players? Because that would be great. Are you running Ideneth Deepkin now? Do you have the fully assembled, or are you doing kind of a Daughters of Cain Ideneth combo? What have you been running, Ben? Yeah, a bit of a delay here, a bit of a delay. Oh, really, eh? It's been okay. Well, I mean, save any unforeseen, family emergencies. I will be there Friday and have you go. I don't know. We'll do like 1,500 points or something like that. You want to have a 1,500 point match? And again, what are you playing? Are you playing Idneth Deepkin or are you Daughters of Cain? What have you got going? Again, we're talking about Age of Sigmar for anyone that's not familiar with what we're talking. Oh, Sylvaneth and Idneth Deepkin. Okay, yeah. Huh, wonder what that combination's like. Were you just not feeling the Daughters of Cain? They just weren't your play style, or? Yeah, they're releasing them in chunks, right? Honestly, I that 2-person shark or 2-elf shark, that thing looks fantastic. I like the conversions I've seen where they've got like a laser on their head, and it's freaking lasers. I want sharks with lasers. But yeah, that made me laugh when I saw that conversion. I was just like that. It'd be so good to do like an Imperial Guard army, and for like Rough Riders, use like the eels and the sharks. Be hilarious. See, are Rough Riders even in the Codex anymore? Can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked at my Imperial Guard. Nobody says Astra Militarum, do they? Unless you're worried about copyright laws, I guess. But yeah. One of your battalions with the shark, yeah. And Sylvaneth Idneth Deepkin battalion as well. Can you combine the two to make a single battalion? Like, I'm okay with it. I just wasn't sure if you had to break them up. I mean, obviously, if it's a War Scroll battalion, then it has to be broken up. But I guess just a standard battalion. Why couldn't you? Because you just take an order battalion, right? Is how you're doing it. I would assume that's how you're doing it, anyways. Okay, this one is almost done. I know I'm missing some because I stacked it up, kind of forgot about some things. But so Ben, are you down at the shop right now too? Or are you just kind of chilling at home? Yeah, so Maddie's saying he wants a battalion called Alliance of Wood and Sea. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, is that in the Idneth Deepkin book? And it allows for the Sylvaneth to benefit from the tides of death. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah. So the tides of death. So is that the ebb and flow thing? Like turn 1 you're in count and cover, turn 2 you can charge the same round that you ran and shoot, I think. And then third turn, all your guys attack first in combat. Fourth turn you can retreat and charge, or retreat and shoot. And then I think it's fifth turn, it starts all back again at the first turn again. Is that what you mean? Or do they also benefit from you can only shoot the closest unit? Because that is the most crazy thing. That's the same as like the 40k. You can actually now, your heroes don't just get sniped off the table. What else? You can take your close combat guys and have them behind a line of those like thralls. Actually, I guess your thralls are pretty good in close combat. I'm gonna have to just attack you with like 2 wound creatures as opposed to single wound or like heavy wound guys. 2 wound. What do I got that's 2 wound? Nothing. My guys are beat. My guys are either 4 wound, 1 wound, 4 wound, or 5 wound. So those little blind elf guys, they're going to be really good against my Maggotkin of Nurgle. Darn you. Guess I'm playing for the objectives. Just the table? Okay, good. Because, yeah, if it was also the other, like, that'd just be crazy. Because you could hide your big melee guys in behind, and those, what are those guys with, like, those, look like a big sickle? The Sylvaneth guys, I forget what they're called. You can either have them with the bow or with the sickle. Yeah, that'd be way too broken. Way too broken. So what are you doing right now? Are you assembling? Are you painting? Because I know all your Ideneth Deepkin are going to be fully painted by the time we play tomorrow, right? Let's get this edges. Of course they're all going to be painted. Why wouldn't they all be painted? Just about to make lunch. Cool. Feel free to ship something over. I was thinking the same thing. How long have we been going for here? Just over 40 minutes. Okay, we'll keep going for a bit longer. I got one more of these to do. As I said, one more to do, and then it's on to building that upper level. Need some gang tags, he says, eh? Freehand up some gang tags on here for him. Maddie, you're killing me. Planning a pirate themed paint job for the Ideneth? That'd be cool. Well, that'd be cool. What was it, like Free People? The battalion? There's a few pirate heads in the old Warhammer fantasy models that I had. They had a few pirate heads. Okay, so yes, I tip it on its side. It's how I get all these edges, because just need to get them fast, because this isn't really what anyone's looking at, but I like to make the colors match. Because my OCD tells me it has to. Sorry about the bad angle there, folks, but again, just doing some Dove Gray. And once again, just in case anyone's curious, dollar store, that's the paints, that's what we're using. It's dollar store paints, and you know, it's a piece of train this big. What am I gonna do? And then I think that was like Walmart or whatever. And again, they're both flat. It's a flat black and a flat brown, but then going over with the gray, we're using a satin gray, because if you don't with this kind of overbrush, it ends up looking really pastel colors. And normally I paint everything in flats, but pastel. You can see how sturdy it is. You could literally almost like set it up on its side, and I mean, not that you would, but she's being a big piece of terrain. But I had the foam left over from a bridge that I was doing for Maddie a while ago. Unfortunately, life got in the way of actually me being able to take care of properly. So I had a bunch of this foam was just left over. You can see none of the tops are painted yet. That was a little too light. And the reason being is because when I glue it together, I want the hot glue to have something to stick to. If that makes sense to you. Yeah, actually, I appreciate that, but I don't have a printer. That'd be great. Like, there's so many things out there that I could do, and you just use like push pins and clip them short and push them in. I've seen it done so many times, and I was thinking about it myself. Like all wanted poster, like do bounties and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I don't have a printer. Now I know Maddie has a printer, and I know Maddie's gone back to work now, so he couldn't exactly. I don't think he's with us anymore. But he may end up watching this later on once it's uploaded permanently to YouTube. So, Maddie, if you're listening, go on Yak Tribe. You'll find a lot of different things you can print. You take the round-headed push pins, take your side cutters, cut them short. Give yourself. Well, this is 1-inch foam, so give yourself like at least a ½ inch. A little bit of glue on that, just white glue, I don't know, whatever you want to use, and you just pop it in, and they end up looking like nails in the four corners or top corners or whatever. So I mean that's something that you could always take care of after, because again this commission piece, it's you could take a little bit farther, but I'm just giving you the basic building, and we'll see. Maybe if I get all creative and if I got more time to paint in some, what do you want to call it, graffiti. Okay, well that one's done. Let's trade that up. I'm gonna turn the kettle on. I need a drink. So yeah, so a couple seconds here, guys. Just let me get a drink going here. I'm up in my kitchen doing this. Not sure if you can hear me. But yeah, they're repaving the street out front of my house. So they went by earlier with thing chipping up all the asphalt. That was crazy. Color laser if you ever want a couple sheets done. Paul, you're the man. Yes. I would love a couple of sheets done. Any small like wanted signs, things like that, like bounty hunter type signs, even imperial propaganda, anything along those lines would be wonderful. I'd love it, and that would just bring up my commission pieces that much better. You're the man, Paul. If you ever do that, are you in town, Paul? Or are you an out of towner? I can't remember. Because if you're in town, we need to get together for a game of Necromunda. I thoroughly enjoyed those Space Hulk games that we had, so I know we'd get along great for Necromunda. Same with you, Ben. Necromunda, but possibly one of the best games. I mean, Blood Bowl is fantastic, don't get me wrong. Okay, time to switch up. Okay. See, again, as I was saying, you could literally take these and do yourself. Well, see, it's a problem. There's spaces there, which wouldn't be as good, but you could easily do like a 4x4 board with these, like, and they would end up being like a big Zone Mortalis looking thing. Okay, it's funny. I'm painting this up, and well, first of all, when I was putting it together, and the wife came home, took a look at it, and she's like, "Really, more scenery? You need more scenery?" I'm like, "No, don't worry. It's a commission piece. It's being built and being shipped out." And then it occupied our kitchen table for a good like 3 days straight. So now I've been shipping it from my man cave up and down every day to work on it. But, love the wife. Got to keep her happy. Is what it is. Okay, where are we on here now? go through some of these comments. Yeah, the Hero Guard ones, like the ones that are Fire Warrior. Yep. Yes, you do need to play some Necromunda anytime. Anytime. Let me know when you have a day off or whatever, or you can come on over here if you want there. Lack of Foresight Gaming. Yes, I will. Oh, okay, yeah. I used to live there, Paul. Way back in when I was 15, 16. 7 miles north of there, actually. Right on the highway. It sounds like your wife? Yeah. I think that's just been always. I mean, they love us. They're forgiving, most of the time. It's just a matter of not pushing the luck too much, And then Mother's Day's coming up here, so I got wife and my mom. Gonna do some cooking for them. And see what else we can get into. Gonna be barbecuing. The last cooking I did my wife's birthday, and I did the whole baking of a cake and Rice Krispie squares. Okay, I made the Rice Krispie squares, and they were rock hard. Now, what I was told is that maybe I mashed the Rice Krispies in too much, or I don't know. Like, who messes up Rice Krispie squares? Seriously, I do apparently. I get very spoiled by my wife. She takes care of me very well. But gotta repay the favor every once in a while, and when I'm on the barbecue, though, I'm a good cook that way. Do some kebabs or some steak. And might do steak, chicken, and pork chops, and just have it all out, and let them choose what they want, because I'll eat the leftovers. That's not an issue. But yeah, any of you guys have any of you guys tried Massive Darkness yet? As I said, that the plan is hopefully this Saturday to get out to do that. We'll see. Still waiting on a few confirmation of players, but I'm going to try and get that out. And then after that, I'm going to be hosting probably a twice a month D&D session, but I'm going to build all my own dungeon tiles. I've got a bunch of foam core that I was able to peel the one side off of, and it's just going to be a dungeon crawl. Okay. Sadly not yet, no. Yeah. It's just going to be a dungeon crawl that I'm going to do here coming up, and but I like to have all the props and the 3D terrain and everything. I've been using one of those wet erase mats for years and years as I DM'd my group, and it's fun, but I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to run it through with, it'll just be a single adventure. I'm going to run it through with my gaming group, see how it goes, see how long it takes. And then I might bring it to this fall's Phantasm, if everything works out, and try and run it there. If there's any interest, of course. Oh, my kettle just popped. Right back. Take 5, smoke them if you got them. Everywhere. Why not? Okay, I'm back. So, cheers everyone. Cheers. So yeah, it's just hot chocolate. I gave up coffee like a year and a half ago. Gave up coffee, gave up smoking, all cold turkey all at once. That was crazy. I'm gonna grab myself a seat here. A little bit of painting this way, I think. Come on, paint. Getting low on the Dove Gray. Good thing this is almost my last floor to do. Crazy. Yeah, I feel so much better now that I've quit smoking. Like it's been a year and a half, and I smoked way too many years. Way too many years. I think I started like in grade 8, to be honest with you. And then I'd stopped for a while, and then got on one bad job site, and I work construction is my main job. And yeah, I got on one bad job site and started smoking again like an idiot. Yeah. So anyone have any questions about this piece of terrain or anything? Happy to answer anything I can. I mean, it's all pretty straightforward. Made with 1-inch styrofoam. All these block bits, obviously you break it up and you gouge them out. Things like this here, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but right, I can make it just look like a big chunk of broken up concrete. It's actually one of my favorite things is just broken up, like when it comes to terrain, broken up pieces of styrofoam. You get that dry brush going over them. I love it. I don't know what it is. If I can actually get that in the camera. There's such a delay, it's hard for me to tell if I'm even in the camera. But yeah. Is that in? Yeah, see there's the delay. Now it's coming up. Okay, yeah, you can sort of see it. See all my brown smudging and everything that's all over it. It's just once again to give it a little bit of contrast, a little bit of, just looks nicer on the eyes. It's easy on the eyes. So what's for lunch, Ben? What are you making, bud? I think I'm having leftover pizza. Leftover pizza. What gang am I playing? Well, actually, today, it was supposed to be here yesterday, but there was a delay at the border. Today, I get my Van Sar, who's coming, and my cards, and the Gang War 3. Back in second, I played Scavy, Ratskin Scouts, and Orlocks. I have so many gangs, don't get me wrong. But now, the last campaign that I just played in with the Necromunda 2017, I played Orlocks and did really well. I went undefeated, and then we all kind of started new gangs. I haven't played since. My leader, I had Overseer, and I gave him a harpoon launcher, which was kind of a waste of money. But the idea was he had Overseer, and then my two champions had heavy stubbers, and they had nerves of steel. And I would put them up in like a sniper location up high. And lunch, what's lunch? I put them up high, and then what would end up happening was if they needed to move, I'd use the Overseer to help them move, and then their own action to fire, or I'd just be able to fire them twice. So it was the equivalent of having like 3 heavy stubbers. And then if anyone got close enough to them up on the higher platforms, I'd have my leader down low and with the harpoon launcher. So if anyone got close enough that the next round they'd charge them, I'd use my leader and shoot them with the harpoon launcher and drag them off the side of the catwalks. But rarely anyone got close. I mean, Orlocks, pretty good. And then, eventually I started I got the suspensor for them, so they were able to aim and shoot, or move and shoot, and so then that started to become super deadly. And then my overseer got, or not my overseer, my leader, when he got a skill up, I didn't bother doing the increase in BS because I barely ever shot with him. He just kind of hid the whole time, giving it the overseer command. But I ended up giving him connected. Well, I rolled and I got connected, which was fantastic because it allows him to, work the territory as well as go to the trading post or take a guy to the doctor or whatever. So it ended up working it really good. I started getting lots of money. Started buying multiple combat shotguns. And combat shotguns, they're crazy. They're absolutely crazy. Goliath gang that I was fighting, I kept his guys just pinned the entire time. What the problem was is he had 3 guys and he had them in like a tight knit group because he had a champion or a couple champions and then another guy and he was activating them, right, and being able to activate 2 guys, and he was thinking to get them up, but then as soon as I started shooting with the combat shotgun, it kept them pinned. It was crazy. And then okay, so what's Jacob saying there? Definitely going to try and build my gang this weekend. Think about maybe mixing and matching some guards bits, picking up Deathwatch Overkill box for the Steeler cult. Yes, I have a Gene Steeler cult I haven't put together yet. For my Van Sars that are coming today, I've got a box of 5 Astra Militarum Tempestus Scions. And I'm going to use the Tempestus Scions. I'm going to change out their heads, maybe some of the weapons or whatever. I might keep a head or mix some of the heads in, but I'm going to use them as my leader and champions of my Van Sar gang. Because, I mean, they look pretty tech-like, right? I mean, not bad anyways. We'll see how that goes. But that's the hope anyways. Paul, what are you playing? I'm assuming you're an old gamer like me. I'm assuming you have just about every gang. I went and actually made to order. I got Mad Donna there a while ago, painted her up, and I have the White Dwarfs. With Blackfire Productions, I'm going to be in his next Necromunda campaign, and I'm bringing the Bounty Hunters, Venator gangs. I forget what it's called exactly, but the Bounty Hunter gang. And I have the Forge World guys like Gore Halfhorn and Mad Dog Buddy, and then I've got my old Hive Scum, Pit Fighters, and a few Bounty Hunters, the cowboy looking guy and the Elvis looking guy, and then with Mad Donna as well. I know she's Escher, but I'm going to use all them to kind of make myself a nice Bounty Hunter gang. Because I haven't tried that yet. And then I've got all my Chaos Cultists too. They're all painted up that I could use them, but I think a buddy of mine, Shannon, he's going to try and... The Cawdor. Yay, Cawdor. They are fantastic. I love the old models. Can't wait to see what they do for the new ones. That old religious zealot look. Like, that's... in the heavy metal paint jobs or what? Back then, I always wish I could do stuff like that. I remember, like Legion of the Damned, seeing them. Just fantastic paint jobs that, back in the day, I mean, fantastic paint jobs. They're nothing pale in comparison to what you see the heavy metal or whatever put it nowadays, but these. Just gonna check the camera here, check battery life. I'm gonna have it plugged in, but it died out on me yesterday. Let's see on. Well, it says that the charging has stopped. I think it's stopped due to overheating. We're just gonna keep this going for a little while longer, guys. I'm not gonna finish this completely up. Maybe I'll get all these base rocks done on camera anyways, and give that camera a little bit of a rest, so that it doesn't completely overheat and fry on me. Red hoodies, yeah. It's like my Mordheim. I played the Damned. What were they called? Basically, they all had like the pointy hoods, and what were they called? Not Possessed? Cult of the Possessed? Yeah, that was it. And played them. And I've got them all painted up downstairs. And those hoods, they always made me laugh. But yeah, no, Cawdor, they're fantastic. I love the models, just crazy zealots. It's great. We need more crazy zealots in games. Yeah. Well, how long have we been filming for here, actually? How long has this live stream been going for? What are we at? We're at hour and 6 minutes. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's 12:40 now. Ontario, Central Ontario time. Not quite going cross-eyed from painting yet. And Jacob, I believe you're doing Orlocks, are you not? I think is the gang that you said you were going to be building. Again, Orlocks, they're one of my faves. I like the Orlocks. I mean, they're pretty, kind of just like the generic gang, I guess. Or maybe that's just the way I look at them, I don't know. Yeah, Orlocks. Yeah, they're good. They're fun. As I said, I had no complaints. I went undefeated in the last campaign I played in, but I never did get to be in a game. But maybe that'll all change. Yeah. And Jacob, when it comes to Age of Sigmar, do you still have an army? Are you still playing anything? Like you sold your overlords, did you not? Are you running Slaves to Darkness, or are you out now, or? Oh no! Hey, I was just wondering if you had, if you were still had an Age of Sigmar army, like because you sold your Caradon overlords, right? Wasn't sure if you were playing slaves or if you had anything at all. A little bit gray on this one. It's got some good damage. Oh yeah, your skeletons, skellies. Oh, I was saying I played against Legions of Nagash. Oh my goodness, man! With my it was brutal, just brutal. It was one where there was like a single objective that we had to just like take and hold, and he had his grave markers like all around it, and it was, oh my gosh, it was so. And of course, I'm playing Nurgle, who's slow as molasses, right? And he had what do you have? A bunch of the horses, whatever they are. He had a unit of skeletons. He had some dogs, some hounds, or wolves, or whatever they are, wolves. You'll have to see. Watch the battle report. It's when it comes out on Blackfire Productions. There, Adam's gonna put it out. It'll be. I'm not gonna give anything away, but my gosh, are they resilient? Hokey doodle. Again, I've learned with Nurgle. I mean, my only hope is just to play the mission objective. There's no even going toe to toe with most of the armies that there is now. Yes, finish off your grave guard. That'd be nice. That would be nice. How did Warhammer Underworld Shadespire turn out? Did you get much of a showing at the store for that, like at all? Because like I'd love to check it out, but it's one of those things where like you literally need every deck of cards. Yes, Legions of the Gash are quite fun. Really enjoying the Legion of Night for the extra one to my armor. Yeah. And yes, converting them from Chaos Warriors to beefier look. Yep. Yeah, that'd be cool. Be nice to see them when they're done. Nice to see them when they're done, yeah. Alright, well, I think didn't have a single person out for the Shadespire demos. Right? Like, I mean, I wanted to try it, but at the same time, we had it the same night as, well, weeknights are always no good for me, unfortunately, as I've said. Between family and getting up early in the morning and everything. But, and then Friday night being Age of Sigmar night, I mean, kind of wanted to just roll with that. But again, guys, just want to say thanks. Thanks for joining me. Try and get in like this. Hey, how's that look? But what we're going to do is we're going to shut this down now. Again, thank you very, very much for being a part of this live stream. Keep me motivated. Enjoyed having the chat. Hopefully I'll do this again, and y'all can join me again. That would be great. Once again, if you like this kind of stuff, feel free to subscribe if you want. Whatever. I don't, you can like it, you can share it, do all that fun stuff, as everyone always says. But yeah, have a good one, Paul. Once again, we'll get in contact with me through Facebook there, Paul, and we should set up a game one of these times. Get some Necromunda going. I'd love to do it. And same with you, Jacob or Ben or any of you guys. You want to do some Necromunda with me? I'd love to. But anyways, again, guys, thank you very much and have fun with it.